So today's session will basically be to take you through the Kenya Airlift program. You'll also be able to learn what Empower Financing is doing to support your studies. Probably you'll also learn about opportunities in the US to work, because the essence of the Kenya Airlift program is not to take you to the US, it's to take you to the US and get a job to do.
This provides a very unique opportunity for a student to travel abroad, get the skills, and come and transform our nation. And the Empower Finances is the help of America and across the world who finances the education. And whether you are financially able or not, as long as you are qualified to join the program, you will join this program and excel.
My name is Ashwini Kumar. I am from India. I work with a company called Empower Financing. I think you've already heard that a few times. We lend to students who are interested to go abroad to US or Canada for higher education. Right, so let me give you a little short story of how this started. Right? Now, most lenders, banks, financial institutions, we think of them as, okay, there's a product, somebody comes in, takes a loan, there's an application, everything is done. But our organization, it started 8 years ago, and it was started by our CEO Manu, who was the founder of Manu and Mike. They both were international students when they went to the United States for their education. And one was from France, the other was from Iran, and both of them faced challenges as international students, primarily around the financing aspect. Now, you could be a brilliant student, and you go down there, and all the time you have to think about interest rates, financing, how am I going to manage my loan. If that's also always on your head, would you be able to do a good job with your education? Would you be able to concentrate on, hey, let me understand new culture, let me understand what this new place is about, let me research about what is the latest in market trends. Dean Jason spoke about data analytics and data being the new oil, right? So would you have time to think about all this if all the time you have financing on your head? There's one student, when Manu, our CEO, when he was working after education, there's one student from his university who reached out saying, I need $500. They were from the same university. So I need $500, otherwise I'm going to drop out of school because I don't have money to pay for my rent. Now, it was an engineering program. He's at University of Virginia. This particular student was a brilliant student. He had A grades and A minus and A grades all the way. And all of a sudden, if he's going to drop out, right? Imagine, right? Forget from which part of which geographies is that student from. You will ask yourself, does a talented student who's getting A grades have to drop out from a prestigious program like, let's say, engineering or any other program from a good university simply because they don't have $500? So that is how the whole goal and vision of Empower started. Our loan is a no cosigner, no collateral loan. Now, when you go to a bank and you ask for an education loan, they say, hey, you have to either get your land or home or some finance or get me a guarantor. So we are not asking for a cosigner or collateral. So that is how the loan is structured. And we'll talk about it more, but as you hear us through, you will recognize that truly it's a mission-driven organization which is trying to see how to get international students not worry about financing. We take care of that and only focus on education and keep going forward. And we have a lot of other things in our plate as well that allows you to help settle down in a foreign country and it's not just focused on financing. In the last 8 years, we have done $3 billion worth of applications already. And we are supporting students from almost 200 countries to go to US and Canada. Now these are all 200 countries where either collateral or cosigner is asked for, including India, Kenya, Nigeria, Ghana, South Africa, so all these places, right? Last year, I met Bob Mwiti, and I was instantly impressed by the amount of passion he had for Kenyan students. He said, I really want my people, my country people, my students from my country to come on board and be successful. He was not talking to me about, hey, what are your commercials? What's this loan about? You know, how can we do a partnership or a business? He's talking about how can you help our students to do better, and how can you figure out a way to reduce the pressure or stress on them. So that's how this whole conversation started. That's why we are here, to talk to you about a product and see if this is something you would like to take advantage of.
Bob Mwiti happened to leave this country around maybe 15, 17 years ago to go to America, and he found a place of opportunities. And he said, should I enjoy these opportunities alone? So he partnered with his brother, D.M. Kyogora, who now is our tomboy of the 21st century. And Bob Mwiti is our J.F. Kennedy of the 21st century. And that gentleman agreement has formed what we call the Kenya IRF program. And he will be telling you how many students have benefited from this program since it was launched 3 years ago.
My name is Kyogora, DMK. We started a program that can solve the problem of getting out of the country and also finding a footage in America. So whenever I came up with things that we can help students know relocate, and Bob now receives you there. He helps you get hostel accommodation. Bob now started a company, a placement company, where employers come for employees. So even as you study, we are preparing you for the job market. We know these employers need this kind of a person, that the person will make you to be. So we just don't take people to America. We prepare them for the job market. You can work there, make your money, invest back home. Watu wanakuja wananiambia hiki tumetuambia iko poa, but mmepeleka wangapi? Who is there? No, we didn't have any results. So wanasema nini ni story mko nazo. So many people are not willing to be the guinea pigs to test this whole thing. So as years went by, in 2019 we managed to take 2 guys, and we were over the moon because now the system that we had put in place was working. So right now as we talk, we have 102 students in the US as of August this year who are going through various stages of the university. I think 5 have graduated, they are already in the job market.
You're watching Success with Bob Mwiti Show, presented to you by Appstech America. Appstech America is a consulting company that helps immigrants find amazing higher education and job opportunities in the tech industry in the United States. You can find our programs by going to www.appstechamerica.com. Appstech America, we wake you up to the unlimited potential within you.
When Empower give you the loan to study, you realize that studying for masters in the US can cost you upwards of 5 million shillings, $50,000. 1 year, 2.5 million, the other year, 2.5 billion. How many can pay that money here? You can't. So, you need to show that you can pay for this money. We give you a loan now. There's another loan that we give. But you need to produce like $1,030, $10, which is around 130K. 130K cannot even buy an air ticket. We started a circle. There's a circle that we started from the Airlift circle. We put like $1,030, $10.30 for the smallest package. We have packages that $1,030 will give you the money needed for location. But if you can invest more, you get some balance to have a pocket money. But then $1,030 is enough to get you the air ticket, get you the service fees, visa fees, pay 1 month accommodation rent and deposit. Then you'll be able to go to the US. Most of the students there, masters is an evening course. Like the University of Alabama is an evening course. You study from 5 in the evening. So during the day you're working. The moment you get to the US, you start working. You have to work because you have to pay rent. Rent is quite cheap in the universities that we take our guys. It's 20K per month. Very cheap. And that's the salary of somebody. Yeah. 20,000 shillings by American standards is cheap. You'll be able to make that money as a student. You'll also be able to buy a car, you can car pool, because you know, like a student in University of Alabama, the January class is, no, the September class that has gone there. Like there are maybe 30 students, and out of the 15 are from Kenya. Like they can speak Swahili and order the lecturer to talk to them online, so you can teach them Swahili. The major objective of our program is not just academics, to just get you there to study. Of course, academic part is separate. It's to help people to secure jobs and well-paying jobs in the US.
When it comes to the Kenya program process, so normally what we do is a student has to go download the program handbook from our website, go through it, get to understand exactly how the program works in terms of the kind of requirements that we are looking for and the schools that we work with and all that. And then after that, normally what you do is you make a payment for your package, depending on the package that you decide to take. We have different levels. I think the MK mentioned that earlier. And depending on the package, then you choose, then you make your payment. Then once you make the payment, our team gets you on board. Now, once you get into the program, mostly what we normally start doing is to give you access to the GMAT materials so that you can start studying for the GMAT. We also have a training program for the GMAT exam where you enroll once you've completed making your payment. Currently, you have a payment plan of about, of 4 installments, but that is changing from October 1st, where you'll be having a payment plan of 2 payments, in a month's time. And so you start your process for GMAT studying. Usually takes about 4 months. Then after that, once you pass your GMAT, then the next thing is usually for us now to start application for schools. So we normally apply to up to 3 schools, depending on your interest and background and all that. We have a career advisory team that actually sits down with you to really understand your background and your interests, and then also then advise you on the best schools that we can apply to where you have a high chance of getting admission. So once that is done, then we wait for the school now to process your application. And once you get accepted, then after that, that's when we start the process of now applying for funding. The funding, as you know, it's usually supported by Empower Financing, so we start those process. That application can take around a week or so before you get a decision from Empower. And then once you get the funding, then from that point, then we request the school to give us your I-20. So your I-20 is basically the immigration document that allows you to go to the embassy and seek a visa. All right, and you can only get that I-20 from the school if you show that you have the funding for at least 1 year. So we have to get the funding from Empower approved for you. Then you take that loan approval document, then we present it to the university, then the university issues the I-20, and then now you take that I-20 to the embassy for the visa processing. Now for that visa processing, we have a very, very intensive visa coaching program where we basically coach you on exactly what you need to tell the embassy when it comes to doing your visa interview. Visa can be quite can be a big problem to a lot of people. In fact, actually, personally, I was denied visa 4 times, and we put in a lot of emphasis on the preparations for this because if you don't get the visa, then of course you can't come to the US. And like the Honorable DMK said, we have a very, very impressive visa approval rates at the moment with the embassy because of the work that we put in.
A question for you, DMK. What are the eligibility criteria to get into these programs?
First of all, we look at your high school grade. Sometimes you go back to class 8. Maybe in high school you went and you are not able to do, or maybe you are sick. You go back to look at what you did in primary school. So we look at your grades so that we can be able to determine whether you'll be able to manage through our program, because it's not an easy thing. So for the regular program, you need you to have a B plane and a B plane in math. Then you need to have at least a 3.0 in your GPA. That is, if you're in 4th year, we calculate GPA for 1st year, 2nd year, and 3rd year. But if you have completed We look at the transcript for the 4 years or the 5 years if you're doing a 5-year course. Then if you want to go through the parallel program, the least we can take is a C+. Just a C+ is enough. But we don't take anything less than that. Say, for example, you got a C plane, then you did a diploma. After that, you did a degree. We don't take that. We take C+ and above. We don't. It doesn't matter whether you have a master's and you started as a C plane. So for us, we look at a C+ in high school and above. For those who are in the parallel program, the regular program, we look at B plane and a B plane in math.
What is it that Empower offers, and what are the aspects of my studies that I can cover within Empower?
Empower covers your regular tuition costs, but it also covers living expenses. And the best part is all these funds are directly sent to the university. We have a system with all the universities, so we track when is the payment due date. If you say August 1st, you're going to get, the payment will go to the university. If you say January 1st, so university tells us, we send it back to them. So Empower covers living expenses, tuition costs, books, and anything else that is part of your education program. It will be lodging and living expenses. All of it is covered by Empower.
And what is the limit?
Limit $100,000. So anywhere between minimum amount that we lend is $2,000, but a student can apply for as much as $100,000 in the US. And majority of the programs get covered within $100,000.
What are the courses that work really well when I'm thinking about my US admission process?
So mostly in the Kenya Lift program, we normally look for students who have an interest in going into the tech industry. Reason being is because for us it's not really a matter of just sending you to come and study here in the US. Also we want to help you find work. And because of the fact that we are an IT consulting firm, so we can only be able to get you work in the tech industry. So we look for those who are interested into getting into tech, because also part of what we do, we have some IT job skills training programs on the side. But when it comes to the master's program, as long as you have an undergraduate degree, it doesn't matter what undergraduate degree major is. And as long as you're interested in getting into tech, there's a lot of programs that you can actually be able to get you in. For example, let's say even if you did Bachelor of Arts as an undergraduate, you can actually come and do, let's say, for example, Master of Science in Business Analytics. You can also do something like Master of Science in Operations Management. We have also programs like, for example, MBA in Supply Chain Management. Those are all STEM programs which are very closely tied to IT. They may not sound like they are IT, for example, something like Operations Management, but actually it's IT, something like Supply Chain Management is also something that is designated as a STEM. So those are the kind of programs that we have. So if you go to our website and download that handbook, you should be able to see all the programs that we have.
So, DMK, I have a question for you. So, it's regarding the relocation cost. How does Kenya Airlift program help in facilitating that?
We have the Airlift Circle. Normally circles will give you a loan 3 times your savings. But for us, we do, I think, 4.5 times your savings. So you need around $5,000, or say 500,000 shillings to relocate. That's to buy your ticket, to pay for service fee, to pay for the visa fees, to pay for the 1 month rent and deposit, and some consultation fee that we charge. It will cost you like 500,000, but not many students can raise the money. So what you do, you deposit with us $1,000, then we loan you the rest of the money. This money you pay us once we get you a job in the US. You can also start paying the moment you are a student, the moment you're working, because it's not a lot of money that you will pay back. It's like, you pay, I think, $120 a month, which is a piece of cake even for students. You can start paying that money back. Because we don't even have any money ourselves. This is the money that we get from students who have come before you. Because most students are joining the program than those who are going to the US. Every month, right now we are enrolling, I think, 120 students per month. and these students are paying money. So this is the money that we give to those who are going. So we expect you to bring the money so that we can loan to more students, those who are going. So we have this kind of a revolving fund to finance your relocation budget with a minimum deposit. So unless you're in the pilot program where you pay this 500,000 on your own, if you're in the regular program, we give you the loan. But you must pass the GMAT exam. That is the condition for getting that loan. You must get 550 out of 800. You must prove that you're able to do these things. So that's when we give you that loan. So if you fail to pass the GMAT exam, you're given another opportunity to receive the GMAT. You can do it a second time. But if you fail the second time, you either get out of the program or you shift to the parallel program now, you go as a parallel student. So if you feel you don't have enough time to study and you can be able to raise the 500,000 or you can borrow from a Kenyan circle and you pay once you're there, you can get the money, go through the parallel program and land in the US. You don't have to bother yourself with the GMAT exam. They'll get you to a university that doesn't ask for the GMAT exam, or one that can give you a waiver if, for example, you're in a first class.
My name is Tracy Kimani. I am a student of the Kenya ELF program. I also work for the program, the capacity of accountants. I went through the handbook. I hope you've been to our website and seen the handbook. And I was like, at least they answered the one issue that I had when I was looking for that opportunity, and it's the funding part. And then later on, I saw the advert for the job, and that's how I landed the job, and I've been working for the program ever since. We guide you through GMAT, we will train you, we will give you the materials, we will apply for the loans from Empower. You don't have to struggle for anything. I think the only big deals in this program is you sitting for the GMAT exam and you presenting yourself for the visa interview.
You've been watching Success with Bob Mwiti Show, brought to you by Upstack America. Come back next time to hear more steps and missteps that I took on the path to becoming a successful immigrant in USA. Be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel and also follow me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and LinkedIn.